Morning. Hi guys, how's it going? If I seem a little bit zen-like, it's because I just finished my meditation. I'm really enjoying that. I've been doing that regularly now for a few months and it's a definite benefit. I feel a much more of a cool cucumber. So just to catch you up with the rest of my morning, got up, had a couple of cups of mint tea, really good for digestion, really refreshing, delicious. And I had my vitamin supplements and my CBD oil. I'm just going to give it another 10 minutes, so make some space in my gut, and then I'm going to smash some breakfast in. But yeah, so I just thought I'll take this time, just a quick little catch up. So I could be a bit annoyed if I let myself. I could be a bit angry and fed up and down. The UK's, plunged back into lockdown again, and last time around I didn't mind it because I was then starting a cutting cycle. I was dieting. I wasn't so fussed about not being able to do all the different exercises that I normally do at the gym. I had a pull-up bar, I had some parallettes so I could do dips, and I managed, and I kept most of my muscle mass as I was dieting, and that was okay. This time around, don't quote me, I think we've been, the gym's been open about 10 weeks or so, and I'm kind of getting up towards my PBs, and I've got some muscle back on, and I'm thinking, right, now I'll get some new gains back into lockdown, and all because, and this is what frustrates me, it's because of people wanting to eat animals, and we're trying to get that message out there. I think Ed did a post on Instagram saying how the CDC says 75% of emerging infectious diseases come from, animal agriculture, and that got deleted, it got shut down. Like, it's just so, it just makes you so angry that people are not getting the message. Everyone's fed up. Everyone is so angry and fed up. There's people killing themselves. I had a friend take his own life because he was in a bad place anyway, and then with the lockdown, that was the final straw. And it just makes me angry, gyms and things, we need the gyms open, we need like an outlet. Of course, we do need to be careful of the vulnerable, but I just wonder if there's just ways, just the whole way the government's got this sort of message of the social distancing and, wash your hands. Most people who have a bad case of COVID and die, 90-odd% of them have got comorbidities, like pre-existing diseases, mostly from eating like the wrong things, animal products, or from not exercising. Why aren't we promoting, you can get fruit and veg cheaper now? Why aren't we just keeping the gyms open, but with, of course, the social distancing measures? I just think there's a better way, and it's just frustrating me now. And, it could frustrate me if I let it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to have a lovely day. We're going to take advantage. We're going to do 1 or 2 restaurants today just to make the most of that. I'm going to show you how to you can get in a decent workout at home. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But now I'm getting hungry. Let's have some breakfast.
It's me. I'm up in time for breakfast.
It doesn't happen very often.
Hey, that's true. So I'm making Italian chickpea omelettes. Made them for Paul the other day. He loved them, and we said, well, let's make them for you. Yes, you. Yeah, you at home, you lucky people. Introduce us to the fellas. Oh, yeah. So we have 70 grams of chickpea or besan flour, 120 mils of water, tomato, half an onion, half a yellow pepper, a couple of mushrooms, half a red pepper, a bit of kale, however much you want, really, 300 grams of potatoes. And then to go in the chickpea omelettes, we've got a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, teaspoon of garlic, and salt and pepper to taste. And then to go in the potatoes, we've got a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, salt and pepper to taste, and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast.
Woo! I love that nutritional yeast.
So first I'm going to steam the potato.
Now what the hell's happening?
Well, you bring your veggies over here. You may have noticed I didn't put in the tomato yet. That's really soft. You put it in now, it'll just turn to mush, and you may as well not bothered with it.
Goddamn useless mush.
So you want to get this stuff in here.
Vegetables.
Yeah, vegetables. A bit of water, steam fry it until it's cooked. And what do I have here, you may ask? A Compassion for All mask.
Sweet sweet.
Christmas coming up, get yourself some compassionate merch.
Yeah, that's by us. Link in the description. Buy our
You know what steam fried is by now? You just put a little water at a time, keep it moving around, and just put a bit more water as you need it. Now I'm going to add in the tomatoes and just cook for a few more minutes. Okay, so that's cooked. So I'm just going to set this aside, and then we're going to make the omelettes. We're going to mix the chickpea flour with the water.
Jesus Christ, Blair. And this is best performed in a bowl.
Yeah.
We call him Smash Basher.
You do call me clumsy and...
No, I don't.
Basher. Well, yeah, you do, I am. And now I'm going to put these things.
Look at that whisk action.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got some wrist action on her, I can tell you, Swit Swoo.
And now I'm just gonna weigh how much the batter is, so I can equally divide it by 2, so I make the pancakes the same size.
You can't quite do it.
What do you mean?
You can't do 0.5.
That's fine, there's a little bit left in there.
Fail.
No, you don't tell me that. There's a bit left in there.
Which is an even number.
Oh! You, get off it. Get back.
Damn it.
Up yours, shut up.
Let's go back. I laughed too loud.
Before you put the batter in, you want to turn the pan on to like a low-medium heat and leave it for just like a minute or so, let it heat up. That's the key to them not sticking. If you just put it in first, well, good luck getting a nice crispy omelette.
You bloody idiot.
Here we go. Spread that out as thin as possible. There we have it. 2.5 minutes on each side seems about right. So while the next pancake is cooking, I'm going to mash the potatoes.
God, you're strong.
Yeah.
Vegan strong.
Also, these thingies are going to go in there. So we're going to put a nice layer of mash. Spread that all out. Oh yeah. Well, jealous of your snacks. Looks awesome.
Good.
Oh, good, I'm jealous.
Yeah. I like it when people are jealous of me. Makes me feel superior at that. Look at that bad boy.
Oh, look at that.
Cool, let's try this little bad boy then. Oh God, you come doping. Got a little bit of tomato sauce there just to help it down. Can you wake up early every day? Because I need it every morning.
I'll try.
Just in case you're interested to know exactly what I eat in a day, I smashed a load of grapes down while this was cooking because I couldn't wait. And then I've got a couple of bananas for dessert and 30 grams of walnuts. Workout time, I'm hitting triceps and calves today, and I'm going to show you how you can indeed get a great workout at home. Now, when I was first introduced to bodybuilding, they always said 6 to 12 reps is your hypertrophy range. 1 to 5 is for strength, like you build your strength up but you don't really grow muscle, and then kind of 15 plus reps is endurance. You're trying to get fitter rather than bigger muscles. Turns out that's not really the case. I mean, it is more effective to train in 6 to 12 reps because you then only need a minute or so rest and then you can crack on again. If you go 1 to 5 reps, like the kind of strength range, you need like a protracted rest there to recover enough in time to then be able to do some more reps. And then with the higher reps, it just takes so much longer, so you can kind of get systemically kind of more depleted. So, optimally, yes, I would do 6 to 12 reps in order to build muscle, but we can grow with different rep ranges. So I'm going to show you how to do it at home. Where possible, typically in a workout, I like to start with a compound multi-joint movement, so you're hitting more different muscles. Happily, I've got the parallettes, so I can do dips for the triceps. To make sure you're hitting the triceps and not the chest so much, you want the bars fairly close together and you want your torso to remain nice and upright. So for the masses, I think 3 or 4 sets of that is probably about nice. Now we're going to do an overhead triceps extension. The secret here is to try to isolate the elbow and get a full stretch and full extension of the arm. Not so easy when they're blown up from doing those dips a second ago. Okay, so now I'm finishing up with tricep kickbacks. So you're kind of a bit hinged at the waist, you want to isolate that elbow, your shoulder's in extension, and you're just extending the arm there. My little foible is I like to rotate so my palm is up, and I find I get a much nicer contraction of the triceps. Now calves, sadly I've got to go outside for this one because I need a stable step. Happily, one of my mates brought round a case of, there's 2 dumbbell rods with some weights. The weights are tiny, I was hoping for some bigger weights to add to my dumbbells I've already got. But this case full of weights will expedite this next exercise, so I've not got to be there all bloody day. So the calves are made up of the gastrocnemius, which is the large visible calf muscle you can see on the outside, and underneath there, deep-seated, is the soleus, which is a bit smaller but adds to overall mass. This exercise purely targets the soleus.
House down the road, and they've had a load of bunny rabbits escape, and I keep seeing them all around the neighbourhood, and I can see one down the road. I'm going to show you. He's well cute.
I've come to try your tasty wares.
Well, you've been smelling amazing, I'm salivating.
Yeah.
Celeriac and fennel stew with chia cornbread dumplings.
Yeah, I'll have one of those stews, please.
Stews. And if you want to find yourself a spot upstairs, I'll come in.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Hello.
Don't fall over now.
We have 2 celeriac and fennel stews with chia cornbread dumplings. But you've got in there, so you have celeriac, fennel, some carrots. It's also got some fennel seeds as well in the broth that's with it, which gives it that slight sort of aniseedy licorice type flavour. And on the top we've got some fronds from the fennel as well.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's all local. It's all locally grown veg. It's all organic. The celeriac only came out of the ground 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So it's,
wow.
And that's served with cornbread or chia cornbread dumplings, which is maize flour, corn, a little bit of gluten-free fat. It's all gluten-free bread. It's raised by using cider vinegar and baking powder just to give it a little rise, or a vegan buttermilk. All vegan, all plant-based, whole food, healthy.
All the time.
Hopefully you like it.
We love it. Nice one, cheers, brother. Never had fennel and celeriac soup before. Wow. Yum. That's delightful. Try my cornbread dunker. There's little bits of corn in there. My compliments to the chef, Dave, my mate. So it was really nice to hang out with our friends Dave and Beth and try out their delicious food. That was something else. But then we done a big old load of walking, and now I'm really hungry again. I'm going to show you my lentil dal. I made a lentil and watercress dal in the last vlog, you may remember, and that was all right. That was out of Dr. Gregor's book, but it didn't hit the spot, so I've been all week long since then, I've been perfecting my own dal, and this is what I've come up with. Let me introduce you to that, fellas. 80 grams of red lentils, an onion, a pepper, 4 mushrooms, some garlic. I've gone for 2 large cloves, a ton of spinach, or spinach as some people call it. We've got veg stock, 1.5 teaspoons of curry powder, and a metric ton of fresh coriander. Oh, and I nearly forgot the secret weapon, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. So I've chopped the mushroom, onion and peppers up quite small. We're going to just steam fry those off until the onions are translucent. Next I'm adding the minced garlic, and I'm going to cook that in for another couple of minutes. Okay, and then we add in the spices and give that a stir fry, cook that down for maybe 2 minutes. Then we're going to add the water, as much as you like really, depends on how thick you like your dal. Veg stock, 2 tablespoons of this one, and your lentils. I like to cook this for another 10 to 15 minutes. If you need to add a little water as you go, add a little water as you go. You don't need my permission, be your own authority. A couple of minutes before the end, I'm adding in the chopped fresh coriander and the spinach. Now this will look mental, but don't worry, it wilts down to nout. I might give it a quick head start with putting this on for a minute. I'm about ready for this lovely thing.
It smells good.
Yeah. I've perfected it. Bit of fresh coriander to garnish. Oh, served it with brown rice, by the way. We didn't show you how to boil rice because I'm sure you've done that many a time with your little tinker. Got some raisins as well. I often have dried fruit when I'm on a muscle gaining cycle, just to get adequate calories in. They need to be a bit, you know, the food needs to be a bit more calorically dense. And raisins, I often forget about them. I do figs, I do dates, I do dried apricots. Often forget about raisins. You know, it's good to mix things up. And I've got my sunflower seeds as normal for the vitamin E. So now we're off to Erpingham House. It'll be the last time for the next month or 2, or well, however long this COVID thing goes on for. So we're going to go and enjoy ourselves, have a fantastic meal at the UK's largest vegan restaurant. So I've got the tempeh sandwich on charred sourdough. It's got kale slaw and garlic aioli.
That looks really good.
That's ridiculous. They're so full of flavour.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little side of Thai greens. I'm going to miss this place during lockdown. Amazing. What have you got?
I've got celeriac soup.
Celeriac soup.
Doesn't it look lovely? Pretty. Let's try it.
Love a bit of celeriac.
That is really nice.
There was celeriac in our meal at Resource as well.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
No, it's so creamy. Wow. You got to try that. It's really nice.
Okay, I will. So, you know, it's a super challenging time, isn't it? We decided to go out today. I mean, partly we wanted to go and enjoy ourselves while we still could, but of course, businesses are struggling, so we thought we'll support our local vegan businesses. You said Little Shop's done a post today, didn't you?
Yeah, they've got their Christmas stuff in, so we might stop by there and get some Christmas gifts in for people so we can support them, because I'd love them to continue being around.
Little Shop of Vegans, Norwich, check them out.
Yeah.
And like, we hope you guys are not struggling with the social isolation. If you can't get to see people, you know, try to do it online with like Zoom, Skype, things like that. Connection's
so important for our health, so, you know, at this time, that's the area we're challenged in the most, so we have to do the best that we can in whatever ways that we can.
Yeah, so, you know, forums, things like that, I know it's not quite the same. I'll tell you what is really good is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 PM GMT, we do a live stream on YouTube, so...
it's a lovely community that comes, isn't it? So supportive.
Yeah, everyone's really sweet and loving and supportive. supportive, and it's really great. I get a hell of a lot out of it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So and people in the stream say they do, and we've got like 100 odd regulars who just seem to turn up all the time. It's really beautiful. So please check that out and don't suffer on your own, because that's naff.
Now click my face.